Okay, so let's talk about college football playoffs. Number one, Alabama. Number two, you have Clemson. Number three, you have Michigan. Number four is Washington. Five is Ohio State. Six is Louisville. I would have thought Louisville definitely should have been the number four, but because they have one loss, they're not. Every other team is undefeated. That is the reason why the ranking is what it is. However, if Louisville would have beat Clemson, they definitely would have been in the top four. Also, I was hoping my Seminoles would have beat Clemson when they played recently, because that definitely would have put Louisville definitely back in the top four, but that didn't happen. So that is why they are still number six. And it's because it's Ohio State. That is the reason why they're ahead of them. Ohio State did lose to Penn State, but, however, it's going to go down to the wire when it comes down to Michigan playing Ohio State. Michigan playing Ohio State is going to be a major game. That's going to be major. Going back to my Heisman candidates, you have Peppers, who plays for Michigan. Everyone wants to compare him to Charles Woodson. Okay, so let's see what you can do defensively and offensively, because that's the reason why they're telling you why you're a Heisman candidate. So now you have JT Barrett that plays for Ohio State, who is the quarterback. So that should be a great matchup. So let's see what JT Barrett does, and let's see what Peppers will do. Now that is going to be the deciding factor, who plays out who's going to be the leading player to keep Ohio State back in the top four, or Michigan's going to drop. But knowing how Jim Harbaugh, who has pro experience, and Urban Meyer, yes, he has SEC experience, and yes, he has Big Ten experience, they both know how to win games. So I definitely think it's going to be a good matchup, but whoever wins actually gets to stay in the top four. So Michigan, you hope that you win so you can stay and keep your spot. Or Ohio State, is it going to be you? But however, because Ohio State, you lost to Penn State, no disrespect to Penn State, but you lost to Penn State, who wasn't even ranked at the time. Louisville definitely should take your spot if Michigan even loses. So I don't even think that you should go in to the top four. And you hope Washington loses, because if Washington loses, then Louisville and Ohio State will go to the top four, because Washington, that was a fluke. No disrespect to them either, but it was a long time coming for you all, so you guys do deserve it. However, enjoy your moment, because look what happened to Texas A&M. I was rooting for Kevin Sutherland as well, but they fell out as well. So Washington, enjoy it, win your game. Hopefully y'all do well. And plus you have Jake Browning. So Jake, that can help, hopefully, help your stock. But like I said, Lamar Jackson is leading the race. So sorry for that one. But maybe you guys can win in a good bowl and be in the semifinals for the playoffs. Then you have Alabama. Alabama, it's kind of hard to say that they're going to lose their spot, because SEC is definitely not doing well this year. And usually they're a dominant conference. So Alabama, I definitely see will stay in. I definitely, if Clemson wins the rest of their games, the rest of the seasons, considering the fact that none of the teams that they play are ranked, they shouldn't have a problem with that. But you never know what happens when it comes down to the wire, because we all know how March Madness goes. And I know this is football, but Cinderella teams usually win. So we shall see. So let's see if Michigan keep their number 3 spot when they play Ohio State. Ohio State may jump in, but my take is, on the wire, I'm going to have to give it to Michigan. So I think Michigan may stay in. You'll still have Alabama number 1. Number 2, you'll still have Clemson if they don't lose. And number 4, you'll still have Washington if they don't lose either. But if any of those teams lose, because they're all undefeated, I definitely can see Louisville and Ohio State jumping in if any of those teams lose as well. So that is my take on college football. And I hope, I'm not a Louisville fan, but I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson. I'm hoping they can go in, because that would be a nice story for University of Louisville now that they are in the left the Big East, and now in the ACC, and Lamar Jackson is actually in the running for the Heisman candidate. So that would be a good matchup for them, because he's a candidate runner, and he can win the Heisman, and then they can win the national championship, and that's a long take because you have Alabama. So just get in the playoffs, you'll be good. And that is my take.